Alright, welcome to the chaos that has ensued, but good news is, in theory, all of my wiring is done. So, I've got a charged battery, got the wiring, and I have plugged in our diagnostics computer at work. So, all I need to do, in theory, is check the codes, make sure everything's plugged in that needs to be plugged in, and then attempt to start. So, let's do it. So many things that could go horribly wrong here. So I'm not expecting it to run very smoothly because I've got no boost pressure sensor and there's no pipe connecting the turbo to the inlet manifold. So the only other thing I'm aware of that could be wrong is the fuel lines. I don't know which way around these go. I don't know which is feed, which is return. I can't think of anything else to do right now but try and start it. Oh, it's gonna, so nerve-wracking. Right, ignition. Oh, there we are, immobilizer. We're in neutral. Okay, nothing just yet, but if I plug the diagnostics back in, if there are any other fault codes to do with starting, cranking, then it should tell me. So that's the next step, and then after that it'll be fuel. I'm not even sure these fuel lines are running actually. I didn't hear the pump run. Let's just check I can hear the pump running. Yeah, I think I can. I think I can smell exhaust as well. So I'll plug diagnostics in and we'll see if anything else comes up other than what was already there. Right, let's see if we've got anything else come up on here. Right, crash signal, can, boost pressure, and power control relay. So they're all exactly the same as we had before, which is kind of a good thing. Possibly I might have to look into that relay issue just in case there's another wire that I've missed. But I think the next step is to check for fuel. Like I said, I don't know which way around these two go, and having done this before, I may end up with a face full of fuel if I've done these the wrong way round. If there's fuel in one of these and it's not starting, I will literally just swap them around and see if that makes a difference. If there's no fuel, then I will put the ignition on. Actually, I'll turn the ignition off for the moment. Then I will put the ignition on. Oh, it's off, that's all right. Let's put the diagnostics out. Yeah, I'll put the ignition on and we'll see if there's any fuel come through. So, nope, nothing there. Bone dry. Not even a dribble. And nothing. Right, so we now need to see if there's any fuel coming out of either of these. So let's see if I can hook it over there. About to make a mess on the nice painted floor. I've got to look. Right, so ignition, that, and I've got nothing at all. Right, further investigation. I'll try and find which fuses will be the first place to start. Hopefully the fuel pump hasn't seized because it has been sat for a couple of years. Really hoping that's not the case. So, have found something. So, fuse was fine. I've managed to access the fuel pump, which involves taking out all of my spare bits, all the crap I've got in here, turbo hoses, and take the carpet up, take this panel, unscrew this panel, there's 3 screws in it, little Phillips screws, and that's my fuel pump, and that is kind of grim. So what I'm hoping is that the terminals in here possibly also a bit dirty. They actually surprisingly look alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check for power here. So this will be, you'll have you've got two big wires. I'll go that side round so you can see them. You've got the red one here and the brown one. That's positive and negative for the pump, and then the other two in the middle are for the fuel sender, for the fuel gauge. So we're not too bothered about that at the moment. That should sit in there, that should sit in there. Turns it the other right way around. Ooh. If we go onto there, so we've currently got 0.82 of a volt, 0.81. You can see that, there we go. No idea why we've got some current. There's obviously some residual current somewhere. If I turn the ignition on, we've now got 3 volts. That should be showing 12 volts. Let's try the immobilizer, just in case that makes a difference. So I thought I heard this run the other day. Yep, still 3 volts. So we've obviously got an issue somewhere. Actually, just climb over here. Let's give these wires a bit of a wiggle, see if the numbers change. They don't. So let's take the ground one out and ground it somewhere else. Do we have? I've got 4 volts. 4.2. So unfortunately, it's not a ground problem. It's a power problem. Oh dear. Right. Further investigation required after answering my mobile.